Okay, so really quick modded Minecraft base tour. Um, this server exists in my basement. Other people can join it. I just have to make sure I whitelist them. But here we go. So, um, just standing in the open because I need to turn back toward my base. So some things out here are a little weird. Some things aren't. The farms are obviously not all that weird. Gonna kind of go counterclockwise around my base. So this is a mod called Tinker's Construct. Basically, you can take ores and dump them into, this is called a foundry. It's powered by lava, and the lava heats things up, melts the ores, and out of one ore you get two ingots, so it doubles your materials. It also has casts, so that's an ingot cast. It pours out, it makes an ingot. You can cast pickaxe heads and tool rods and things, so you can make tools. It's very, very, very vast. Anyway, back up. When you die in this in this type of Minecraft, it creates a gravestone, doesn't spill everything all over the ground, so you can go back to your grave at your leisure and grab your stuff instead of things disappearing after 5 minutes. Really, this is just a decorative item. This is called waystones. They are craftable. You can plonk one of these in the world and then plonk another one somewhere else, and it will let you teleport between the two. Still pretty nice. This is Elemental Craft. I'm not going to explain this one. It does a boatload of stuff and is really, really confusing. Portal to the Nether. Most of the stuff right back here is Botania. Botania is a nature-based magic mod. There's a lot of stuff to it. Very difficult to explain to start off with. Again, kind of complex. This is basically like power generation. There's other things, so just logs like hammocks. I think, oh, comforts is the mod. You make hammocks and backpacks, or bedrolls, sorry. Bedrolls let you sleep through the night no matter where you are. Hammocks let you sleep through the day in case you want night. Botania, Botania, Botania. All this is Botania. So this is the back of my base, and this is my farm area. Bees. What I have back here is a setup of spruce trees with a mod called Thermal Expansion. These things, when placed around a spruce tree, will draw out tree oil, which is burnable for power. We'll get into that in a second. This is not really enough to power my base at the moment, but I still have them here. If and you know something, I'm going to go sleep. Do a couple of questions here, but we'll come back to that. Eh. Okay, so my farm area. You'll notice that trees grow and then disappear. So at the center of each farm is something called a plant sower. This holds seeds or tree saplings and then will automatically plant them for me. Over here is a plant gatherer. Any plant that's mature should be gathered. Those all look mature. They're not. That's what's happening over here with the trees, too. When the tree grows, the plant gatherer chops it down. And I'll go into where it goes in a second. Other crops are over here. Sugarcane, cactus, etc. The beauty of modded Minecraft, though, is the fact that an awful lot of it is machines and automation. So Feral Flare Lantern, another mod called Torchmaster, this basically looks in a giant area and just pops down invisible light sources where there are none. So you can have one lantern that lights up a huge area, and you don't have to have torches sitting everywhere. Gauges and switches, the mod. This is basically just kind of a glass or a semi-invisible pressure plate. It only opens for players, not mobs. So I step on it. It opens the door for as long as I'm on it. There's another one here. It stays on for about 3 seconds and then turns off. So it can open my doors for me. I'm not going to go into everything, but there are a load of machines from a load of mods. This one I think is the most important. You'll notice I don't have a whole lot of chests. There are a couple of mods that will take items and basically convert them from items to energy, and let you store the items on hard drives. So this is one giant chest. There are other machines here too. A pulverizer. Again, it grinds one ore to two dust, and then you can smelt the dust into ingots, so it doubles your ores. Other things for the bees' honey, and other things. Again, there's a powered anvil to repair things, blah, blah, blah. Fun little area. There is a mod called Cooking for Blockheads that lets you make a multi-block kitchen. So, fridge holds food. Over here is a quote-unquote crafting station. It connects all the way down the line, so it knows those fridges there with the food in them, and it knows every recipe. So, want to make something? Here's all of the food stuffs I can make. And just double-click to make them, rather than knowing the recipes. Major mod. On the right here is something called JEI, Just Enough Items. It holds every item in Minecraft, and in modded Minecraft, you can search down here, so stairs. Oh, look, how do I make stone brick stairs? Click. There's the recipe. Every item has this. Anyway, moving on. That's another furnace. This here is an elevator. Really, if you place another elevator block above it, and you stand on it and jump, it takes you up. And I have an enchanting room up here with a bridge over to my other tower. Jump again, next elevator block on my roof. I have a few more up. I'm not going to go into that one, but down, down. Okay, underground. This is the underground portion of my base, part of it. A mod called Storage Drawers. Again, lots of storage. This connects to the matter to energy thingy upstairs. So everything in here is available from that stupid little terminal upstairs. There's some processing over here. Again, different mods doing different things. That storage mod that I talked about upstairs can craft things as well. You can teach it to craft things. So instead of making things yourself, you can say, I need to craft 16 of these. And as long as you've taught it how to do that, it will do that. I won't go into that. So this is something of my own design. This is basically a sorting, processing, and storage station. There's such a thing as an ender chest. Well, they kind of built upon ender chests in modded Minecraft. So you can have a chest with a color code on the top. So white, white, white. And you drop that into the world like that. And then you make another chest, white, 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 drop it here, and both of those chests are the same. But the beauty of that is you can also make an ender pouch in your inventory, white, 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 which connects to those chests, so that pouch and those chests are all the same. So what happens is, I go out mining. I have a boatload of ores. I dump it in the ender pouch. It gets to this chest right here. I won't go into this, just think of these as pipes. This mod takes this and dumps all of the ores into these four barrels, and then these pulverizers suck the ores in. Pulverizes every ore into 2 dust. Dumps the dusts into these barrels, cooks the 2 dusts to make 2 ingots each, and then dumps everything back into my storage system. So while I'm mining, I just offload everything into the pouch, and it takes care of it for me. This is just a drain system, and what's in there is experience. I have 3 levels. There we go. Experience in there now, so I don't ever lose it. Everything you see here costs power. The more powerful it is, quote unquote, the more power it costs. go down one more level. This is my power generation room. Everything in this room generates power. The beams you see here are from a mod called Draconic Evolution. They are basically wireless power transfer, so I don't have to run cables like this to machines to power them. It will power things wirelessly. So this is a mod called Bigger Reactors. It takes a resource from the world, uranium, and makes power from it. You can make these almost any size you want. The bigger the better, but you have to look at configurations. It doesn't make waste, and you need to modify that. There are a couple of mods. I have a pump in the Nether that pumps lava to this, and these are dynamos. Each dynamo does a certain thing. This one makes power from lava. So I basically have infinite energy. Like ender chests, there are ender tanks. So the one in the Nether will pump to this. I'm not sure why it's not working. Well, I am, but I'm not going to go into that. Other dynamos. So you saw this fluid coming in here. That's where the tree fluid is coming in from the spruces upstairs. It brings the fluid in. It refines it to, resin comes from the trees and it makes it into tree oil, which you can burn. So this is burning tree oil. Another reactor. This one runs off of a resource called uraninite. So it's just another way of making much more power. Coke ovens, dump coal in them, get coal coke. They don't require power, and it quadruples the power of just standard coal. It just takes time. And the storage system that I talked about, here's the drive arrays. I can store fluids, and I can store items. Orange means it's getting full. Blue means it's not full. Red means it's full. So I have plenty of storage space left. All of my reactors are set to turn on if my main base power gets below a certain percent, and turn off when I get above a certain percent. And speaking of turning on and turning off, the base's battery is also from the mod called Draconic Evolution. That is a giant battery, and that's only half as big as it could be. It's constantly inputting and outputting energy, and I could drop all power generation and my base would be just fine for a long time. Anyway, that is the tip of the iceberg, but too much info. So obviously there's other mods that make a whole bunch of different things. There are mods that make different types of foods. So you can get Pam's Harvest Craft, which just has boatloads of foods and crops. You have something it used to be called a DevNull, now it's called a Dank. This is an item vacuum, so when you go mining, you can say, I need you to store all cobblestone. And it says, well, I can only have space for 1,000 cobblestone. Great. When I pick up cobblestone, store it, and if you get above 1,000, just void it, erase it. So you always have a spot for the items that are constantly filling up your inventory that you don't really need. And there's other things that I've gained from other places. But you kind of get the idea. This now becomes a giant, and just to round it off here, there's the plant sowers, the pipe network that kind of pipes everything into my system, from the harvesters to the sowers to the chests to the blah 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 blah. So everything here is automated, so I don't have to do anything. And the goal of the packs is to automate as much as you can, and then go exploring. There's dimension mods. There's a whole new world called the Twilight Forest, which is nothing but a dimension that you explore in and fight hydras and the stuff like that. Everything's modified, and the Nether is modified too. So it's just a lot of new stuff and a lot of new things to explore, and a lot of ways to do new things. So if you thought Minecraft blew your mind, this takes things to a whole nother level. Anyway, sorry for the the 15 minutes, but hope you had fun.